Yeah, man, let's go.
You're live. What is up, YouTube? This is Eric Kelly, aka the Tech Gentleman, and Team 100 with a couple special guests this week. I'm gonna start out. Yeah, we got the full Team 100 up in there. I'm gonna start out. I'm going from my right to left from what I see. He just hopped in. He probably not ready, but I'm gonna hit him up, Mr. Rob Pouncey,
He's like,
All right.
running. He's out of breath and stuff.
man. He was sprinting to the stream. That's that dedication right there, man.
What's up, everybody? Rob Pouncey, YouTube.com, RP3 Tech Reviews, another Team 100 stream. I got in a little late. Have we started streaming yet?
Yeah, we live.
Yeah, we live.
Wow, my bad.
We prompt, man. We
All
trying
right. Well, what's up,
Pick it up.
everybody?
What's going on with you, bro?
Nothing, man. Just jumped in, been running around. Been somewhat of a busy day for me, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, I picked up a package from a fellow YouTuber a little while ago. So I was
Oh yeah.
filming my portion of a video that I promised for a panel member that shall remain nameless.
Okay. That's what's up, man. We'll be looking out for that video. Definitely gonna drop it in the Team 100 community, which I'm gonna put the link in the description later. You want to be able to see that video. We're gonna move on. Next, Miss Kia, you ready? We're gonna give her a couple of seconds to get things straightened out. All right, Forbes, tell folks where they can find you, brother.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Joseph from Forbes Tech Reviews. You can find me on Twitter at Forbes Reviews. And let's have some fun tonight. And we'll move out the way. Go Saints, baby. Go Saints this weekend.
I wish y'all luck. Mr. BG, tell folks where they can find you, man.
What's going on? This is your man BG. You can find me at youtube.com/BG Tech Life. You can follow me on Instagram, BG Tech Life. Everything in the lower third. What's going on?
Yo, shout out to the lower third from BG Tech Life. Got the lower third popping. He using it to maximum effectiveness. We see you, brother. Mr. Allen Anthony, you ready, man?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
All right, do your thing.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alan Anthony from Phone Tech at Work. PhoneTechAtWork.com is the brand, and I'm glad to be back. I don't know the episode number, but glad to be here, man. And I got my honor shirt on. So I just got a new job, so I wanted to show you guys that I have a new job now.
Hey, so it's episode 29. You know, we putting in that work. Hey, we appreciate you working out that deal with honor, getting all Team 100 honor phones. That's a good look right there. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, we glad you made it back safe. We seen the footage. Seen you wilding in Las Vegas. We glad you had fun. So next year, when the whole Team 100 be out there, we know you're gonna be able to show us the ropes, show us the do's and don'ts.
I'm trying to, yeah, man. I did some don'ts on the last night, man. I know you was watching a couple of streams, but I don't remember like exactly what was happening.
Oh yeah, look,
I was watching it back, and I was like, yo, I put everything on private because it was mad crazy.
Oh yeah, that's quick thinking right there, man. Minimize the damage. But all right, we gonna go to another one of our special guests this evening, another fellow YouTuber, Miss Adrienne Elle. Go ahead and give a shout out and tell folks where they can find you.
Hello, it is the one, the only Adrienne Elle, and you can find me on youtube.com/Adrienne Elle. Make sure you check me out.
Yeah, let's shoot.
And go Saints.
Yeah. I don't know how well all this Louisiana stuff gonna go over the stream, but we gonna see what we can do. But all right, Miss, I'm gonna try to circle back around. Miss Kia, you ready for us?
She's in the chat saying she has technical difficulties.
Mama said she got a Coke.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna keep a lookout for her. Let's see if she's able to get back with us. But all right, man. Like I said, what I'm gonna try to do. Past couple of streams, we've been talking a lot about CES. I know CES was this week, so it's going to be hard to really, not talk about some of the things that happened. But I want to start out first with just some of the tech news that's been going down this week. So of course there have been some Galaxy S9 leaks, and I wanted to see if anybody was excited about what they've been seeing. We actually saw a picture of the box, supposedly the retail unit for the S9. Supposedly going to have stereo speakers and some crazy camera stuff going on. Like supposed to have several different apertures for the camera or something like that. But is anybody excited about the S9, or they feel like it's just going to be a, basically an S year, like what you see from an iPhone? Start out with you, Rob.
No, it's just an upgrade. I mean, it's like a bump. It's like the S, like the S version. The cameras are much improved. It will have the 845. So I mean, the biggest jump you'll probably see is with camera technology in that phone. I know. I think the F9 Plus supposed to have a 1.4 aperture. I don't know if it's a 16 or 20. I don't know exact off the top, but they're still doing the telephoto, so they're not doing the wide angle. So I mean, it'll be a much improved camera, and it's supposed to have the 845 allows you to do 4K at 60 frames. So that'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm all about that 4K 60. That's got to be the minimum this year. Yeah. Forbes, I know you probably not looking at Samsung like that, but
why? Because I like HTC better, but not. It looks interesting, but like Alan said in one stream, it's pretty much the same thing, and you're just getting a little bit of specs, bump as far as the 845. The cameras are supposed to be better. Hopefully they can shoot at 1080p, 60 frames per second. So I mean, I don't know. Until I never get excited until I get the phone in my hand and look at it, and then like I'm like a big kid. I'm like, oh, I got a new phone. Let me go show off. Let me go show this off to everybody. So we'll see.
Yeah, man, you got to stunt a little bit. Whenever you get it, it's always nice to have something new, especially with us being tech heads, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But BG, man, what's your thoughts on the S9 from what you've been seeing?
I'm excited for the camera. Y'all getting a lot of feedback?
Yeah, just a little bit of air or something.
And what is that noise?
Who just muted that? So, because now it's gone.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. Well, it's everything is incremental these days, so I would like to see what the camera's actually doing, like get in their hand, because Samsung at one point was the camera king, and then of course Google came and took over. So I would like to see that attempt to reel it back in and see if they can really get their cameras together.
Yeah, we're gonna talk on cameras a little bit here in a second. So that's a big topic this year. Mr. Alan Anthony, how you feeling about the S9 Plus leak so far?
Yeah, man, I've been telling a lot of people that like I wasn't even gonna try to get the S9 this year. Plus I was looking at the box leaks. You could definitely tell that they're adding the headset. I mean, and the earpiece to that dual sound. And I mean, besides that, I just want to see like exactly what the phone's about. But it's not really about that. It's like I think the Android's in a point to where like a month later, like the price is on sale and it's just I mean whatever, man. I don't think I want to get it, to be honest with you. 100% honest with you. I don't that on my channel. But as far as the specs, it looks like the same phone. I can see that Reggie. I can see that Reggie Yes. So I think Kaya is only able to do audio, guys. So
Yeah.
I would just let her do audio, right? And I would just wait for your turn, Kaya, and then we'll call you. Um, you can speak when it's time, all right? Have me there? All right.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
got you. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. So it looks impressive, but I don't know, man. It's another S series, you could say.
But yeah. All right. And I already know the answer to this question. I'm gonna ask it anyway. But Miss Adrienne Elle, are you even remotely interested in the
Interested in
S9
what?
in the Galaxy S9? Exactly.
Oh, I don't know her. I don't know what that is.
Exactly. So if y'all don't know, Adrienne Elle is an iPhone Apple um, connoisseur. She's all about everything Apple. She's one of our resident Apple experts. So when we got some Apple questions between Alan
Hold on.
and JQ, we point towards her. And we got some some Apple stuff coming up. We'll definitely defer to her. But I guess moving on, man, we kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, talking about this being the S year. They're not
Oh,
really
ask
being a
Kaya.
big deal.
Ask Kaya.
But something interesting I saw was LG. I don't know if y'all saw, but LG came out and said they're not really feeling the yearly phone deal anymore. So they're going to start doing the phone basically when they feel like they need to put out a phone, but that's not necessarily going to be every year. So you might be looking at having the same phone for 2 years from LG. So I want to see what you guys think about that. Rob, did you hear about that?
Yeah, it's a story on Android Central. If anybody's interested in it, but the company mobile division said it's been losing money for 11 consecutive quarters. So they had a point to try to fix this. LG Vice Chairman Cho Sung Jin said the company will be shifting away from releasing new flagships every single year. So as a response, I heard the G7 is going to pretty much going to be delayed until the 845 is ready to chip is ready, because Samsung usually have an exclusive on that chip for the first part of the year, and then everybody else get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. I'm looking forward to a lot of people waiting for that chip to come out because a couple people tried to, make some money before it did, and it didn't work out well for them last year. The HTC Ultra, even the LG G6 was a good phone, but it had some old tech in it, so that kind of made it difficult for it to compete price wise. But Ms. Kia, have you heard anything about LG going to putting out a phone basically when they feel like it?
I
And
have
how do you
not.
feel about that?
I have not.
So how would you feel? Well, how do you feel about the idea of a phone company not coming out with a new phone every year? Basically, it might be 2 years before you get a new phone.
That ain't good. That's not good at all. That's bad. I don't like it at all.
Oh, okay. So you feel like every year is a major upgrade and they need to
Yes, it
keep us
should.
come.
That's how they got us,
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Forbes. How you feeling about LG, man, in that news?
Interesting news, but I mean, if they're gonna try to save the company, it might be good for them. I know they got the new CEO of mobile. I think came in there and he's trying to change up things. So let's see what he does. I read some of that story, but some of it said that they're not just going to release a phone because Samsung's releasing it. They still may drop some two phones, but they're not going to try to drop it at the same time. And then they might not upgrade their phones. Just because Samsung's doing the S10, they might not drop the G10 or whatever it is, G8 by that time. So I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I still have my V30, and if they can improve on the front cameras, then they really would have a great phone. Because overall, the V30 is a good phone. The front camera's trash. I mean, if you like taking selfies, so I mean, it's just interesting. I mean, they got to try to do something to save it, and I'd rather get it, once every other year and make new tech. And the girl just dropped off, but I mean, it would be very interesting just to see how that works out for the company and overall. If they can save the company, then that's great. But we'll see.
I mean, they're not bankrupt,
Interesting.
but I just think they just been losing money. They're hemorrhaging money.
Yeah. They throw money away big time, and now they're trying to rebrand the name of the G7 to something else. So, I mean, the new guy's coming in there, and he's trying to shake it up. But let's see if they can actually change. You know, they got bad rep with that G4 boot loop. The V10 was, I heard, had boot loop problems, and then the G5 was just a total disaster, which I never got, thank God. But you know, so hopefully they can rebound and just keep on going. I mean, because the phones they put out last year, the V30 and the G6 were pretty great. I mean, pretty decent phones overall to me. But I mean, the G6 was what I paid $650, and then 2 weeks later it was like $300. So you know, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, man.
You know, a lot of people don't like that idea, and the V30 still, I mean, up there as far as price on Swapper. I checked that the other day. I think Allen sold his for like almost $500. I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is. But I mean, if you're losing money quarter over quarter, you gotta make some type of change.
Yeah. So you think it's a pretty good business move, which obviously they think it is too.
I mean, something has to change. You can't keep on losing money, you know, because they have the TVs, they have all the, you know, it looks like they had some robots coming out that Allen was showing on CES. I think that LG was coming out with. So they trying other things, but you have to make that mobile division work and make money. So I mean, hey, it could be a good business move. I guess we're gonna find out in a couple of years when it happens and see how it does. You know, we can't tell if it's a good business move yet until they do it and see if they actually do it. They may try it for the first time and be like, oh, we losing money again, so we gotta switch it up. But you know,
yeah, they gotta try something. 11 quarters.
That's bad. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's over 5 years, man. Not over 5 years. That's over 3 years, man.
Almost 4 years. Almost 4 years of losses. So you have to come. That CEO of the mobile division has to come in there and shake it up. So let's see how the U.S. market does and see how it goes too. So time will tell, man. Time will tell.
Yeah. So BG, man, what are your thoughts on LG going to a phone maybe every 2 years or something like that?
Well, they just got to be able to deliver a phone. I mean, all that means is they're going to fail once a year or once every 2 years instead of every year. You know, if they would deliver the product, they could possibly make money. You know, if they could deliver it on time and have a little more product control or a quality control, I should say, they probably could actually make some money. Because I mean, LG is a big company, but mobile is a big part of that. So they should be trying to capitalize and out here trying to compete. So I think that's not the answer. You know, like, okay, we lose money on cell phones, so we're gonna make less cell phones, so we lose less money. Like, no, you should see where you're flawed at and how you can actually make some money and, you know, get it together.
Yeah. So you're saying they're not even trying to solve the problem they got. They're just trying to, you know, reduce the bleeding. They ain't trying to fix it.
That's like me saying I go to school and get beat up every day, so I'm gonna go to school every other day. Every other day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I feel you. That's a good analogy right there. Yeah. But Mr. Allen, man, how you feel about only getting the LG phone every other year, man?
Yeah, man. I just want to make it be known. I did have the original Optimus G. I had the G3, I had the G4. I didn't get the G5, but that is on my hit list. I had the G6 twice, I had the V30. You know what I'm saying? I've come to like an accustomed like an LG that's just having like a downward spiral, you know? And they've like, I mean, like I had the V30, but I think what they're getting wrong is their dropping of times when I think that everybody's waiting on the Samsung phone and they're doing it wrong. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm not even surprised. It's one of the things where like if it's not making money, I'm gonna just drop a phone like whenever I can. You know what I'm saying? And they're making a lot more stuff than just phones. I know Forbes was just talking about um all the little robots that they're making and like all refrigerators, all that stuff. The mobile division, like it might actually just actually go away, you know, and it's I mean, like I don't know, I'm kind of saddened by it because like I'm starting to see that I mean, like, world like a mobile phone, I think there's only two companies who the world actually wants to succeed, you know. And that's the thing that happened with Huawei. I don't know, like if we're gonna get into the Huawei thing, but I think LG, HTC, I mean, it's great companies who make some good phones, but they're just, I mean, like it's not working for them. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the phones were great. I mean, they're good, but they're not really great. And that's the problem that they're having with LG.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to get into the Huawei thing. That's a big deal. Not only for Huawei, but I think for America too, in competition that we're seeing right now. But Miss Adrienne Elle, I know you're not checking for LG, but how would you feel if Apple came out and said, you know what, we're only going to come out with an iPhone every other year. So you got to keep your current iPhone for 2 years.
I typically get an iPhone every other year. This was the first time I went back to back. I went from an iPhone 7 Plus to the iPhone 10. So I don't have an issue with that.
Okay. So you're kind of used to that 2-year life cycle on your phones.
Yes. And I don't have a problem with it. You know, my phone is never slow. I don't know about everybody else's, but my battery doesn't go down. 2 years and I'm good.
Oh, okay. We're gonna see if Apple make good on their promise to stop slowing y'all phones down. But Rob,
Yo.
we're gonna go ahead and get into something that I've been interested in and I was kind of disappointed by, the Huawei thing. You know, Huawei, everybody was excited about them bringing the the Honor 10, the Mate 10 here to the States, the 10 or the 10 Pro. And Verizon, AT&T straight gave them the stiff arm, man. How you feel about that?
Two of the biggest carriers notorious for their bloatware. I mean, if you think about it, to me, you could put more pressure on a company if you went with a for sure carrier. So, for example, if they done Sprint or T-Mobile, and T-Mobile gave them a cherry of a deal, you can leverage that from a better deal from the big company. You know what I'm saying? So in a lot of ways, I think Huawei, from a strategical standpoint, I would have went with T-Mobile, and it would have forced AT&T to pretty much let Huawei bring that phone in. But see, AT&T always want an exclusive. They want to lock the phone down for 3 or 4 months, and I'm quite sure Huawei probably didn't want to do that. In my opinion, that's what I think. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, so if y'all, not too familiar with the story, actually Verizon and AT&T were set up to sell the Mate 10s, but they both backed out like literally right before they made the announcement. I think AT&T backed out the day before and Verizon backed out like the day of. And the CEO of Huawei actually kind of made mention to that at CES. I don't know if Alan had a chance to catch that or remembers that when he was actually at CES.
Okay, right. I was actually at the event.
Yeah.
And you could feel inside like the auditorium that like everybody was sad.
Yeah.
And like the whole, it's like the energy was kind of sucked out of the room. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody already knew the plans. I was waiting for the Samsung event. And then all of a sudden I got the alert like about the Huawei thing. And it was just weird because look, right, everybody walked in there, and like the first person who came up on like the stage, right? Everybody says, "Well, it's been like a rough, like it's been a rough, uh, I think it's a 12 hours," and they just had found out, and you could see how as like the CEO guy, he was just like like he was just in like amazing. I mean, like he was sad, man.
Yeah.
And the way he was saying it, he was like, hey, I'm like a small company, right? I started from nothing, blah, and we're like the third largest, and the carriers just won't give us a chance.
Yeah.
Sucks big time because I think like a lot of us actually know, I mean, they're quality phones. Like, if anybody had to be like in a number three spot here in America, I think Huawei could have did it.
Yeah, man. That's what I was kind of touching on earlier, man. Just I was reading an article that put it pretty well. As of right now, the phone market is between Apple and Samsung. That's pretty much who it's between. You know, you go to work, you go to school, you just see people with either iPhones or Galaxies right now. We need somebody to shake it up. And Huawei is definitely a company that's put in that work, and I think we'll be able to do that. You know, the Pixel is still, I don't think people still take Google seriously. You know, they don't consider it like a Apple or a Samsung yet, just because they don't have the history. But I think Huawei could definitely be a curveball. You know, they're firing on all cylinders. Forbes, man, how you feel about Huawei getting kicked to the curb?
Dude, that was horrible news, man. I was about to cry. I was waiting for it to be on AT&T, and then hopefully I was hoping T-Mobile would pop in there, and I could trade in my Note 8 and get my Huawei 10 Pro 10 or whatever it's called, and then bam, AT&T dropped out. The little guy on the stage was like, he looked sad, like Alan said. You know, I was watching it through Facebook, and he just looked sad about it. I mean, I don't know. I think the government's worried about China trying to like listen to our calls or get our data. I don't know what's wrong, but
they definitely
man,
worried about that. 100%.
Just let them come. I mean, it's not like the government's not spying on us already. So, what's the big deal if I have another government spying on my phones? I don't care. I just want a good phone. You know, just give me that. I mean, the Mate 10. They're great phones. I mean, even my Elite phone, which I had to give it up to somebody, but even my little Elite phone is great. And I mean, a lot of people are just gonna miss out. I mean, yeah, they selling at Best Buy and Amazon, but you know, I don't. A lot of people can't just pop out $800, $850 for that phone. You know,
Yeah,
they could do that. AT&T pay $30 for 30 months, and they're like, okay, yeah. But the question is too, even if it was at AT&T, would the salespeople even sell a phone compared to iPhone and Samsung phones anyway? So
yeah.
it's kind of sad. That was a sad day.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of echo that feeling, man. Huawei definitely not broke. So,
No, they're not broke.
The carriers are in it for money. So if you're willing to pay, they'll tell their their sales folks, they'll give them incentives like, hey, I'm gonna push this phone for a little while, put the phone at the front of the store as soon as you walk in, make sure all the demo units are there and working and all clean and all that stuff. So, I think they're ready.
All right. Also, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. There's an article I saw Donovan just talk about everybody go to Gizmodo. But they said lawmakers are determined to bury any dream that this Chinese electronics manufacturer Huawei has ever had a gaining of any traction in the U.S. after they pressure AT&T to kill the deal.
Yeah, it was political pressure from Verizon and AT&T that resulted in them pulling the deal with Huawei. Like the U.S. and China's relationship is very weird.
Right.
Like we work with China, we get certain stuff from there, but we don't trust them. It's almost like keep your enemy close, or keep your friends close and your enemy closer kind of situation, So
yeah.
I just wanted to say this real quick because at the event, like he even said it. He said the company is not going to be like the one actually losing out. It's not the carrier who's losing out. Like it's the customer that's losing out.
Yes, it's us.
Yeah, man, and they lost a good opportunity, but
yeah, man. I mean,
it's like it's sad.
I mean, I think that. So just to kind of put it in perspective, Huawei is a number 3, and they've been back and forth between number 2 and number 3 over Apple at some points. Smartphone sales been fluctuating between number 2 and number 3 in the world without any presence in the U.S. So immediately, you just have to imagine if their phones were to start getting in the U.S. stores, and they went for the two biggest carriers. Like I think between Verizon and AT&T, you've got like 250 million people covered in the U.S. So that's a huge market for them that they'd have access to. I mean, you got to think that Apple and Samsung would be sweating. Definitely.
They're also trying to include ZTE in this band too.
Oh,
Yep.
So they're trying to go. Well, I mean, ZTE, they're definitely more of a budget phone company, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think the carrier really means that much to them.
Yeah, I'm kind of glancing over this article while you're speaking, and they said the government is on top of going after Huawei or ZTE. Both are Chinese firms, has been singled out due to concerns that they are working with the China government and impose an intelligence risk.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely could be a possibility from a security standpoint.
Yeah, if anybody's interested, there's an article on it on Gizmodo.com. So I don't want to keep reading and dipping into the stream like it, but if anybody wants to find out, that's where they can go.
Okay, yeah, we appreciate them facts.
Yeah, and it's a person in the stream, and he's going to be unnamed. He's saying he wish he could talk to y'all, but the NDAs are real. We're not going to say no names. We're not going to leave anybody connection yet. So I don't. Hey man, it's probably you never know. You never know because right if the Axon M is here, then right are they going to stop? Are they going to stop the Axon M? Well, I don't think it's selling in the first place, but I'm like, are they gonna stop it from being sold?
Yeah, that's a good question. Speaking of the comments, though, I'm gonna try to pause for the cause. Mr. BG, man, you ready for one of those comments?
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Why not? It's Friday.
Hey, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna start. It's your man BG TechLife. Check out the lower third. I'm gonna start somewhere. I'm going to start somewhere random because there's a lot of comments, guys, and we only have a minimal amount of time. But okay, we gotta just shout out to some of the folks that's in the building. Reggie, you in the building. Official Kit in the building. We have Michelle in the building. We got Sean in the building. We got KB in the building. We got Kia in the building. We got Sage Tech in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm gonna start off with Official Keith. LG phones are not bad, so they won't fail. LG phones are not bad, so they won't fail. They just need to revamp marketing, put in new leadership, and try some new things. LG phones come out really nice. They have specs and all that type of stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, their quality control is trash. I'm sorry. I had about 3 or 4 LG G4s. I had 2 V20s. That they need to work on that quality control. I'm sorry, but Sean said if a red S9 came out, I might get it. Wow, Sean, you gonna leave HTC just like that? You gonna let that U11 go? Sean ride with that U11. Okay, Sage Tech in the building. Shout out to Sage Tech. Truthfully, these OEMs need to stop rushing out these devices and work on that better product. But of course, they won't because it's a money game. So, that's the truth right there. Sage Tech is speaking the truth. These OEMs, they rushing these phones out every year, every 6 months. Phones is coming with blue screens. Phones is coming with defective batteries. Phones is blowing up, all type of madness. So, you're right. They really need to take their time, and that go back to quality control and stop putting out these half-baked $800,000-$900,000 phones. Reggie, you in the building. What's going on, Reggie? V20 was great. Stop with the video gimmicks. Just make the front-facing camera better. Okay. All right. Sean said Huawei is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Sean wanted to say Huawei is pretty good, but not better than HTC. I know what you wanted to say, Sean. KB in the building. Shout out to KB. Once the buzz dies out on the Apples and the Samsung drop something, because a lot of us like what's next when we get bored with the daily. Yeah, you had some Apple folks that might go over and try Sammy. You never know. I know Adrienne is not with that at all. She's not trying to hear that, but hey, YS, my battery is good too. Okay, we got Adrienne, and we got Adrienne Elle with us, guys. She's right here in the live stream. Go check her channel out, man. Nice channel, very professional, very nice channel. I wish my channel could be like that. And I do. No,
what you gonna be like a tech diva now?
Hey, all right, Rob. I feel you, Rob. I'm just talking about the quality, Rob.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'll take that for laughing and joking, Rob, because this has been a very serious chat. But I have never had issues with an iPhone over a year. I typically keep one for 2 years. That's right. That's an Apple lady right there. Donovan, the government has shut down the deal. Of course, the government controls everything. KB, okay, she shouted out YS. Sage Tech says AT&T in Philly is really good, but pricey. We got tech for your needs in the building. He said that, Rob, I agree. Reggie is right. Your video is super crispy. You're looking really good, Rob. You're looking really good. Official Keith says ZTE is not shut down. ZTE should have been shut down for the Axon M. Not even for Spine. They should have been shut down for the Axon M. We got, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we got Donovan. Okay, we got Gadget Beard in the building. What's going on, Gadget Beard? Donovan said he saw an article that said LG may only be releasing flagships every other year in the future. Okay, we had a whole convo about that. Whoa, come on now. Oh, what's good at Rob? He already a diva. Ha ha ha. Okay. All right. Whatever. I'm BG Tech Life and I'm done with the chat.
So you had to finish up on that note. I can't blame you.
On that note, brother, ain't nothing deep about this over here, brother. Hey. All man, shorty. Oh man. Trust me. Oh man.
I hear you on that, man. I ain't got no comment on that. I'm gonna let you and Rob hash that out in the chat later on, man.
Hey, tech gentleman, can I ask you a question, sir?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, did you hear? I have it right here in front of me. That OnePlus is interested in finding a carrier.
I didn't hear about that. 5. Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but it makes perfect sense. That's the next move because that's how we get down in the U.S. We buy phones through carriers. The unlocked stuff just ain't riding with us. We're not going in and slapping down $500, $600, $700. Well, shoot, $1,000 for a phone at a time. You know, we used to that. It's either a subsidy of some sort or, you know, a monthly payment. So they got to find somebody to help them do that here.
Mm-hmm. All right. I would just anybody else would y'all think? I know we got Android still there.
When did he sneak in?
Did we acknowledge him?
He came in quiet.
Time out. Stud, man, you can't be sneaking in here like that, man.
He been in here for like 5 minutes.
I didn't want to be rude, so I let you guys be rude and not introduce me. So,
oh no, man.
What's up, party people? No, it's all good. You guys were talking all about that government stuff. I was like, I don't want to comment on none of that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, so, man.
But I'm in the building. Yeah, I saw that story today, Rob. I think that's interesting. I would like to see that, man. That OnePlus sneak into some carriers. That would be hot, you know, like a T-Mobile, or I could see it with T-Mobile. I don't know about Verizon, AT&T. They're a little touchy. No pun intended, but you know, I could see like a T-Mobile or maybe even a Sprint. But I'm not sure if I'm sure OnePlus doesn't work on Verizon or Sprint. I don't know if I'm correct, Alan. But I know they work on most of the GSMs, so
hey,
that would be interesting, man. It's like, I mean, the one thing about OnePlus is when they started, they had that invite system, and you know their devices were cheaper. but the quality of their devices it's top notch now, man. With the 5T is an excellent device, and their accessories are, I mean, their cases and screen protectors, I mean, attention to detail is incredible. So it's a good company, man. But I don't know if they can get into a carrier, man. That's a lot with everything going on with the Huawei situation, you know.
Yeah.
You know, OnePlus is based out of, where they based out of?
China.
Yeah, another Chinese company.
Yeah, they might want to move their Huawei and OnePlus. They might want to move to Seoul or South Korea. Just build a company right next to Samsung, because that's gonna be. I mean, with everything going on, here's my opinion on it, and I never really get political or religious on this kind of topic, but you know, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It's a shame that they couldn't get that deal, but at the same time, you know, we gotta protect our country, and I don't know if this is part of it. If it's not, then it's BS, and if it is, then big hand clap to whoever is, you know, protecting us, you know, because at the end of the day, man, we got to protect the country.
Yeah, man, I second that.
You know, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I don't know. I ain't behind closed doors. I don't know what the government sees or why they stopped the deal. I don't know why they waited till the last second, the night before they were going to announce it. Like Alan said, man, they, you know, you could hear a pin drop in that room, because they were like, yeah, this is the Mate 10. You will be able to get it in Best Buy.
So that's on again, dude.
That's that sexiness.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, bro. Here, let me give you that red button there.
Oh, the red button. No.
Try to slide that OnePlus 5T on us. He flexing on us, man.
Y'all want to talk about $1,000 phone crapping out on you? My son went to do his Face ID, and the phone told him I need to bring it to Apple.
Wow.
Oh no.
It cannot do Face ID right now.
That's got to be some kind of bug or something.
I'm gonna try to factory reset it and see if that helps it. But he already powered it down. He tried to redo the face, and it says it's not available right now. I'm like, $1,000. I just got this phone in November, and I was all mad at him. I'm like, what you did? Drop the phone? Did you crack the screen? And he's like, no, it's perfectly fine. It looks great. It takes pictures great in the front. It just will not do Face ID. It told him to bring it to Apple. I'm like,
but that's
Forbes, did you have that phone in the shower with you, man, Forbes?
Hey, what?
Hey, is that Face ID on the Apple, on the iPhone 10? That's a hardware deal, right?
Yeah.
Because I know OnePlus it's more software.
Yeah.
The way it unlocks. So maybe it's something with the notch, because that's the camera that maybe there's something wrong. Make sure your son didn't tape the notch, you know.
Hey, I have some questions I want to ask our tech diva on the end there, but I don't want her. I know she's getting bored with all this Android talk, so I had some questions I did want to ask her, but I don't know if I can get her attention. Hello, Adrienne.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, so doing tech from a woman's perspective, outside of Apple, do you like? Are you in the home tech things for that's do you got the Apple 4K TV, or are you going to get into any home tech stuff?
I have the Apple 4K TV. As far as home tech, I do use Google products.
Oh, okay.
Use Google products? What? Come on.
Yes, I do. I just don't like their phones.
You just don't like their phones?
But okay. So everything integrates pretty nicely through your iPhone, though, right? You don't have any problems with it?
The Google Home Mini, you have to do a lot of tricks to get it very well integrated with your iPhone, at least in my opinion, because I don't use Spotify. I don't use the Google Play Music subscription. I have Apple Music subscription. So I have to do a lot of workarounds to get that to work the way I wanted it to. So that's the little irritating, frustrating things. But if you don't want to be irritated or frustrated with it, I guess you should get an Android. But I'm not going to do that because I don't like them.
Why don't you? You know what I think will work better. I think Alexa will work better for your situation because it integrates a lot easier.
I am going to hold out for the HomePod.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
That's supposed to be that HomePod's supposed to be pretty good, and I heard it's going to be really cheap, like $1,500.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, with the Apple 4K TV module deal, can you cut the cable just with that? You think, Adrienne, or is that something you need?
I know that some people have, but I can't do that because I need direct TV so that I could have NFL Sunday ticket.
Oh,
I can't cut it off.
Oh, you gotta watch some Saints.
You gotta watch
exactly.
the Saints, baby. Who that?
Yeah, you got. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, but you, if you want to, you can. If you're not a football fan, unless you can find some way to supplement your football, you can't. If you was, you can connect.
There's still a few channels that I need to have either DirecTV, Xfinity. They don't have every single channel.
Right. Okay. I wonder if Apple ever is going to get that smart TV out. I would be interested in that if they ever got a smart TV out.
Or to make
I doubt it.
I'll be interested in it. I mean, because like even though I'm heavily into Android, the computers that I own for the last 10 years has been all Apple products. Whether it's been a MacBook or a desktop type of thing. I don't know why I haven't completely fallen into the Apple ecosystem with a phone, but from a computer standpoint, I like Macs better. I don't know if everybody else on the panel is all PC except for me and Adrienne.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all use that MacBook. My daughter
How do you use a PC?
It's easy. I'm using it now. It's fast. My gaming PC is fast. Alan just got a great one too. I'm kind of jealous because he has a better graphic card than I do. But the PC works great. It's quick. But I don't know. I try to get on my daughter's MacBook Pro, and I try to download what's that software y'all use on there? Fire or something?
What you mean
for editing? Yeah.
Oh, Final Cut.
Final Cut.
Yeah, Final Cut. And I was like, what is this? It's like, no way. I'm like, I went right back to my PC. I'm like, yeah.
But the thing about with a Mac, you don't have to download drivers. If you get some new Perithio, you plug it in, it works.
Yeah.
You don't have to download no drivers. It does all of that for everything. It runs smooth. You can go buy anything literally from a store, connect it to a Mac, and it works.
I never got that deep into it, so I'm gonna stick with my Mac. I mean my I'm gonna stick with my PC, and my daughter can have her Mac and everything else. But
I can't remember the
when
last
you want to do
time.
better, you'll do better.
Yeah.
I'll say this: I can't remember the last time I had to download a driver, especially with Windows 10. You plug it in and it works. Like it installs and it works.
Wow.
Like I think those are kind of older days, but I'm not plugging a whole lot of extra stuff besides USB ports in my computer anyway. So
that's pretty much. Only thing I plug in is my phone's trying to get the data from it, but
yeah.
I have a wireless keyboard, wireless mouse that I use. So yeah, I mean PC for me.
I ain't gonna lie, like honestly, like when I do go into the Apple store, because I do buy Apple devices, as far like the iPhone is cool. I keep a new iPhone, but when it comes to those like that iMac and Mac, like that 27-inch iMac, like I really like that. I really like that. Like probably like maybe this year my birthday, I'm probably because I got a little MacBook Air that I use sometimes. I don't really pull it out like that. And I mean it's decent, it's cool, but it's something somebody in the house was using, but then they stopped using it. So I pull it out and I put some software on there and mess with it a little bit. But I like that iMac and even these new MacBooks. I can't lie. Like I think I'm going to eventually transfer into, as far as PCs and laptops, like Apple got it on lock. I mean, to me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a person that use Windows, but it's like just certain things with Windows, like Windows gets goofy unless you really know what you're doing. Windows updates with the, you know, with viruses, with certain things. If you're like let's say like a person that doesn't know a lot or know a lot about laptops and PCs, when you have a Windows computer, it can be easily just completely shut down by a virus. When you go to, you know, a couple different websites, that's it. You done. So eventually I'll make that, you know, that transfer.
Yeah, it seems like certain apps, like let's say you download something, you might download something new, and when you click on it, it seems like it's just harder for whatever new software you download on a PC. It always seems like there's another software and is fighting with it. Like you might be trying to get something else, and then another piece of software is trying to pop in while you're doing. I'm like, no, I didn't want that. I want this. You know, it to me, PCs are so frustrating.
Well, the thing about
Rob, when's the last time you had a PC? 1999 or something?
No, I actually got a Lenovo ThinkPad upstairs, but I barely touch it.
Yeah. I'll tell you that those
it has a touch screen. It has the touch screen on it. I hate it.
Send it to me.
I feel like flinging it out the window every now and then. I hate it.
Send it to me.
Hold on, give me a second. I'll go get it and let's show you.
I mean, those MacBooks, man, the good thing about them is they last forever. You know, I know people that have MacBook they've had for like 5-6 years and it's still running strong. And I don't care what anybody says, man. I've been in the video production industry for over 20 years. Ain't nothing editing video like Apple. I'm sorry, man. They do something. I don't know what they do, but we've tried PCs at our station and stuff, and they just don't. When you do the Apple video, and even Apple iPhones, they do like I can send from my iPhone, from my work iPhone, I can send video to another person's iPhone through text. They can watch the video right away. I try to send it through my Android to my wife's Android. She's like, "What the heck is this?" It's all pixelated. It's messed up. So I don't know what Apple does in their coding that they're able to process video so well. So that's a great thing with PCs. I mean, PCs are getting better, but those MacBook Pros, they cost a good penny, but they're worth every bit of it.
Yeah, I can definitely say if you edit in video, you know, the Macs are where it's at. And I was made a believer of that a while back. One of my frat brothers, he came because I was a tech guy. He was taking like a advertising class or something, and he had to put together like a little commercial in Final Cut. And you know, I've been messing with PCs and I was aware of Macs. He had a MacBook Air. He was like the first or second one. That's how long ago it was. And he pulled it out and he had all the video that he had recorded. And he opened up Final Cut and it was playing all the clips, like each of the tiles were playing as he was scrolling through them. And this is on the MacBook Air, the old one. So it wasn't super spec'd out. But as far as his video, like it was flying through the video. And I was like, there's no way with these specs on the PC. Nah, man, impossible.
Yeah, I think, you know, I mean, the Premiere works well with PCs and Vegas. There's some programs that they do well. You just got to make sure you got a high-powered PC or laptop. You know, I'm not sure how Alan is liking his laptop, how he's editing, and how that's working out for him. But I know he just got a new one, so I don't know how that's been flowing. I know Forbes is pretty smooth with the Premiere, so I guess it just depends what your setup is. But those MacBooks they're the real deal, man.
I got a Lenovo Yoga 2.
How much that cost?
Yoga 2?
Yeah.
500? 600?
Yeah, it was somewhere around there. I think I got it on a Black Friday deal a while ago.
So you
What's that on that? Would you hit somebody in the head with it?
Hey,
it's a little dirty.
Yeah, man.
It's a little dirty because I might as well use it for a weapon, but I put a cup of coffee on it.
Oh, wow.
And it can
I
fold
think
back
you're
into
using it
a
wrong, Rob.
it can fold back into a
use it as a
tablet.
computer, not a coaster, man.
My bad.
Use it as a coaster.
It can fold back into a nice tablet, so it's nice, you know. But
Yeah,
I pretty much put my coffee on it in the morning sometimes.
yeah. I thought Rob said he felt like throwing out the window. It looked like he threw out the But yeah, man. Hey, when it comes to video, I'm a believer, man. I like PC. I've had to work with Macs before, but I can't even hate on that. The Macs get down when it comes to video.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the real deal.
Yeah.
Man, in the comments. So what software is that, Miss Adrienne Elle? What software is that you put on your iPad? Because I have an iPad Pro sitting right next to me that I never utilize. Like, what is that?
The app is called LumaFusion. It's about $19.99, but it basically mimics Final Cut Pro 10. And so that's what I use when I'm on my iPad, because of course you can't have Final Cut on there. But it basically, if you can work Final Cut and iMovie, you can use that, and it just gives you more of the features than iMovie would. But you do have to pay for it.
Okay, so if I pay for it and I start editing a movie, and I save the can you like save the project? Can I transfer that project to Final Cut Pro though? Or is it all got to be edited?
Files won't go back and forth, but you can, export it as a movie file, and you can then put it in Final Cut Pro. But as far as editing back and forth, no.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to edit on one or the other.
I gotta check that out.
No, that's good, because if you have an iPad, which are a little cheaper than a lot cheaper than the MacBook Pros, then you could ride that out. And you could connect the mouse to an iPad, right?
I've never tried that.
No, you can't connect. You cannot connect the mouse. That's probably the one thing that keep me from utilizing my iPad like I should. I had that. What was it? The Galaxy Note Pro 12.2 when it came out. That really big tablet from Samsung, and I had a keyboard with that, and I had the Samsung mouse with that. But as time went along, it just got way too lagged out, and the battery started dying so fast that I had went out and I think maybe Alan, did you get an iPad the same time I got my iPad Pro? You got the 12.2, I want to say. When I got
No, right. I had the iPad Air 2. I just recently got the second gen of the 12.9 iPad. I got the 256. I've been trying to utilize it, but I haven't found an app. I know JQ, he was just saying that, like, he recommended me that app, but I just look through apps sometimes. I don't even bother even looking at like the details, but I mean, like, I'll try it out, because I need like something on the go, like the way that Stud does his videos. Like it would definitely help. As far as rendering, man, how's the rendering? Like, can I render up to 4K, Adrian?
On LumaFusion on the iPad Pro?
Yeah.
I never try to do 4K on my iPad. I always go to my MacBook Pro.
Yeah, because I wanna record on my X, and then just have AirDrop it into my iPad. And I don't want to lose quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that AirDrop.
That combination will be hot.
Yo, that AirDrop. I saw somebody was doing that.
Oh, that's the best.
They shot on their iPhone. They shot a video. I forget who it was, and then they put it on the AirDrop. Yeah, they put it on the AirDrop, and then they were editing right away on their iPad. I was like, damn.
Yeah, there's no Wi-Fi needed. There's no internet needed.
I wish Android had that, boy.
I think Android did have it, man. The bump.
Yeah, the bump, right?
Oh no, that was gonna take all day. You wouldn't transfer no video with that. Man. That was like, I don't know what she was using that for.
They got AirDroid. Isn't AirDroid like that?
Yeah, no, but
that's third party though. That's not really.
Yeah, it's not a proper. That's
and then one of the the things that Apple did. They started encoding their 4K video. They started using different codec.
Oh yeah, the files.
It's actually
It's,
So their 4K files are about the same size as 1080p files from other phones.
yeah,
So
but it's not compatible like in a lot of PCs though, man. I try to drag it along, and
yeah,
you
they
gotta downgrade it into like another file because like the 60 frames per second has like a special file, and it only
yeah
on certain machines.
yeah it's actually YouTube's going to be going to that format in the future, just
What's
so
that?
they have smaller file sizes. I think it's the H.265 or something like that.
Oh yeah. I saw that. So my Sony phone has a setting where you
Yeah,
could shoot that format, and I forget one of the HTC phones maybe like a year ago came out with. I forget which one.
yeah, but I know YouTube is using H.264 right now, and those file sizes, especially for 4K, are huge. But they say like on the iPhone X, when you record in 4K 60, it's the same file size as 1080p at 60. So it's a huge file reduction, but you don't lose quality though. That's the big thing. So
Hey,
transferring will be a lot easier.
we had a question. What software do we edit our videos with? What software are we using? So, I mean,
We'll start with you, Rob.
I use Final Cut Pro X.
Final Cut.
You
All right, Forbes.
use
All
10, right?
Adobe Premiere Pro.
Premiere Pro. All right. What about you, BG?
I have Sony Vegas, but I use Windows Media Maker. You can laugh all you want. I'm
running that YouTube 2008 video.
Lower third, PG Tech Life, we getting it done. Check out my videos. My videos is getting kind of crispy.
Hey, you like it? I love it, man. Whatever works for your budget.
Whatever works for you.
Exactly. What about you, Stud?
Well, I use I had it right on my Android phone. I use an app called Power Director.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I paid for that one, and then I use Video Show also. But I've been using Power Director probably the last month because Video Show won't export a video over 10 minutes. So I've been using Power Director, and then Power Director supposedly does 4K, can edit the 4K video and export it 4K. But I did have an issue with one of my videos. I think it was the OnePlus 5T when I first got it. I tried to export the 4K video, and the video was like coming out all laggy, and everybody thought it was the phone, and turned out it was the app. So I use Power Director. It's been pretty good, and Video Show on the phone for my YouTube videos. But it's funny, at work, I use Final Cut Pro for all the sports videos I do and stuff like that. And it's funny. So I edit out for my YouTube channel. I edit right on my phone, and then at work I got these big monitors with Final Cut just going. But it's funny that I just feel like I was telling Alan this, man, because I shoot a video on my phone, and then I'll have some breakfast and I'll cut it right on my phone, upload it to YouTube, and I keep it moving. I tried one time editing on Final Cut with the stuff I shot, so I loaded my computer, started editing, and I'm like, man, this hell no. I was like, hell no. So I went back to my phone. I was like, knocked it out real quick, and the videos look clean. Because somebody, I think Forbes was like, how do you edit on your phone, man? He's like, I can't. He's like, because I'm sitting here going like that, editing like that. But I mean, I'm gonna at a certain point with my channel. I just started the channel, so at some point I'm gonna transition into a better camera. I'll get a Canon SL2 or Sony camera, and then I'll get me a MacBook Pro with Final Cut. Final Cut for 20 years. So that's, and it's funny, Rob. At our station, we still use 7 because we never went to 10 because they went to CS that year and they were like 10 is garbage.
Yeah.
So we stay on 7, but we're gonna make a transition. We're going to Quantel, I think later this year, which is a total different. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Sam Quantel. editing system.
Mm-mm.
But
That's what
it's what ESPN uses, and it's
Yeah.
basically like a lot of it's like a lot of windows, man. It's just like you're popping things in. It's not like files, and it's just weird, man. Yeah, look it up. It's kind of wild, but
Okay, so that's what they use like when they're creating those graphics, like real time.
Yeah.
When you're watching the game and stuff.
yeah, they pumping all that stuff out. They're slapping the lower thirds on there, and I mean
Okay.
the Quantel is really fast. You know, where Final Cut takes a little longer to render.
Yeah,
But
I always wondered about that.
yeah, man, they got in the TV trucks, they got a thing called it's an Elvis machine, and what it does, it's incredible. Like they'll record the play, and this Elvis is recording constantly. You could just rewind, cut like 2 or 3 clips. That's how when you see a touchdown and they wipe to that replay real quick. That's the Elvis grabbing each camera and producing that video on the spot in like 10 seconds.
Wow.
They got some cat. They got some cat in there. They got in Miami the guy that does the Heat and the Dolphins. His name's LeVar, and they call him Leaper. Dude he's the best, man. I mean, he just and I'm my mind's just blown, bro. How fast? Because he's taking 8 cameras, taking the 3 or 4 best shots and showing you the replay of the touchdown, the dunk, or whatever it is. And that machine is incredible. I don't know who invented it, but they rich.
That's wild, man. Shoot, I can have a whole nother stream just on that because I was talking to my wife about that the other day. I'm like, I wonder what they use for all these graphics, especially watching the national championship and stuff. And it's just starting to edit video for my YouTube channel. I'm like, how are they grabbing all this video, playing it back, putting the graphics on there, and it's like instantaneous almost. So that's cool. But I'm gonna go ahead get to Mr. Alan Anthony. Man, what do you use for editing your video, man?
I'm on Sony Vegas. I actually used to use like the same
movie maker.
Yeah, man. I used to use that.
Yo, it's Windows Movie Maker Pro. Windows Movie Maker Pro.
I used to use that.
I got you. The Pro, yeah.
I used to use that in the beginning. But then when I finally figured out that like the quality like is only gonna stay at the 1080p, I knew I had to start something up. I went to Vegas. I tried Adobe for like a week. I just couldn't get it. So then I just stayed with Vegas. But I mean it's the same format, man. You just put in. I just think like if your videos are simple and you just tie them together, I'm not gonna see a problem with any software you use. I mean, like as long as you just get it done, like you put it out there, you get views on any video.
Oh yeah.
I mean, true, man. Adrienne, I see you, but I see people doing World Star videos and they get like 100 million views from their cell phone, man. I think it's all about quality, though.
Adrienne and her girl are lighting y'all two up. You and BG up.
Yo, man, all of us started with Windows in the first place, right? and I already graduated. After I think BG got left back, but that's my man.
No, but I'm still crispy. Yo. See, this is the thing. This is the thing about YouTube videos, right? I'm gonna break it down real quick to y'all. See, the thing is, you can have a 4K video that is garbage still. Just because it's a 4K video doesn't mean it's good. You know what I'm saying? Or just because it's rendered in high quality doesn't mean it's good. You can have a 1080 video. It doesn't matter. I mean, if that's what you're working with and you know how to work it, I mean, you gotta make it work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But are you working it?
Oh man, we gotta have her on every week. Yeah, you slot her in right there.
Hey, I'm with you, BG, man. You like it, I love it.
You can work.
I'm not gonna knock your hustle, man.
Hey,
pump the videos out.
You was looking at the pans. You was checking the pans out. Don't lie.
Those pans because your pans are not actually video footage. You just moving the picture.
Hey, but look, it Yeah, had you.
No, it did not have me fooled because I looked at the picture and your reflection was in the cell phone and you weren't moving. So I was like, "This is a picture. Who you think you fooling?"
Oh no, I've seen
Right,
BG do some real. I've seen him do some real pans. I've seen it.
I do real pans, but then I slide some Fugazi pans in there. You wouldn't know. I don't mind that shit. I don't mind. I don't mind anybody knowing they Fugazi pans. I'm not worried about that. It's still, it's still a good shot. I at least take a quality picture before I hit it with the Fugazi pan. And you were interested, and then you were surprised and shocked when you was like, the camera didn't move. Yeah.
To be honest, I was only watching to support. I was not interested.
Oh wow,
Man.
Hey, at least you support, and that's what it's about.
We'll take the view. We'll take the view.
I mean, it was an Android video. Why? I'm not interested in it. I'm just supporting.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
I don't
We
care
appreciate you
what
taking your Apple
you say.
products.
You noticed the pan. I don't care.
I ain't even getting a sub from Adrienne because my first name is Android. So
Yeah.
I mean, I watched all of y'all Android videos. I just didn't comment on them because I was like, I'm doing good to watch them. I can't comment.
Yeah. We appreciate you taking your Android. I mean, taking your iPhone and iPad and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I hope I did well on my iPhone videos. I hope my iPhone videos are to your standards.
I mean, you could step it up just a little bit.
I try.
Maybe throw some cases that have some bling on it, and
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I get my eyebrows arched in one of your.
You'll get a whole new following, Rob.
Yeah, I know.
You'll get mad support.
You have to appeal to all audiences.
I know.
That's a very specific audience, though. That's different right there. But yeah, so Miss Adrienne, what do you use for editing your video? I think you mentioned it earlier.
The one and only Final Cut Pro 10.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, and if y'all look at her lower third, man, she's stunting on us.
Yeah, I had to come in here and look a little bit better. Because
Adrienne, you're gonna have to do all
of
of
it. Roast me for being team iPhone, so I had to get my stuff together.
No, we're not roasting you. We never
roasted
you at all.
I'm on the same team.
No,
hey, MTR said we got our lower thirds are training wheels, man. She came in here with the
oh yeah, she on the 10 speed for real with her lower third, man.
Yeah, man.
I try to be on Adrienne's side. She still roasts me.
Yeah. Adrienne
Hey,
don't play.
the only side is the Apple side, man.
I hope I did my iPhone better. My iPhone video good. You can do better. You can do better.
Just stop making them.
Oh yeah, you need to give it up, Rob.
You can see
her iPhone's back.
You can see her on that Groupie app. She gives you that look. You could even see it through the app.
I'm just here to provide the comic relief.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right.
Hey, but it just depends.
An iPhone, man.
I know, man. I know.
It just depends. It depends on, because I edit on my phone. My Project 13 edits on his phone. I think TK does a little editing on his phone. I think he uses KineMaster or something like that.
Yeah, that's dope.
It just depends, for a YouTuber, what I'm learning from you guys and everybody else, it's all about growth. It's about taking steps, and when you get to that place, you'll see improvement. And as you start to edit and you get a better camera and you get, it's just all about growing your channel and it's about getting it done too. So it's like some of us can't get a MacBook Pro and have Final Cut or Premiere or those things. So
or video crew.
or have a film
and all that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait till the day that I can have a film crew doing my channel. That'll be boss. Where you got a camera guy, you got an audio guy, you got a makeup person. You gotta look good.
Oh my god.
You want to make a person?
I was looking at Forbes.
I want to look tight, man. You
got to Forbes lower third. Hey, Forbes, I got to say that lower third.
Man. Hey, DG, you ain't always gonna have a portrait camera, man. You got to come strong with that makeup, man. Type it up. You know what I mean,
bro? But look, I ain't even gonna lie. Like
There you go. It's a lower third by Forbes. There you go.
Lower third by Forbes.
On that.
Forbes Wilder.
Hey, Alan, let me
Yeah.
ask you something. On that collab video,
Yeah.
you saw how Forbes whipped out that shirt.
What
How he was
shirt?
looking crispy in that shirt, that dress
Oh
shirt.
no,
man.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no,
No,
he was using-
I was like,
he
damn.
was
Forbes.
using-
I was like, wow, Forbes
Yeah.
finally with the church.
Forbes Wild on us on that, man.
No, he was using the SL2 on that video.
yeah.
I
Well,
looked like a serial killer on that video. I looked at the video and I was like, yo, this is BG. My eyes didn't move.
I was telling B that he looked a little mean, and he said, "Oh, this man."
Yeah.
Yo,
I was like, yo, this BG tech, like, I was like, yo.
He didn't want to redo
You're
the
like-
video.
You're like, yo, this is BG Tech. Like, give me your phone.
He said the Galaxy Note 8. Yo, man, I watch every. I watch every. Oh man, I watch everybody's video like 100 times, and I say I think that BG is like the only one. It's like I tried to fix it up because I don't know. You kind of rushed BG. Come on, man. You're not gonna lie. You rushed that, yo. There you go. It's the lower third on that. Okay, I see.
on lower thirds, cover my face.
Yo, I'm gonna ask Adrienne that I think she should, if she can, help us all get a real lower third, if possible.
Yeah, how'd you make that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All of us are fishing in on Adrienne. Like, hold on, I'm not gonna dive all the way.
Who dog is that?
Oh, that's my dog. He's going crazy.
I was about to say, who dog is that? I thought somebody.
TJ,
Somebody just came home.
I thought TJ was over somewhere.
I thought TJ, I said, whoa, TJ's in the stream. I didn't know.
That sounds like a big dog.
Yeah, that's that big old German Shepherd, that hunting dog he got in
Yeah,
there.
man. It's like 7 months old, almost 60 pounds.
7 months?
6 months old, yeah. 6 months, 52 pounds. The thing's grown like a weed, man.
Wow.
I do. My
Yo.
Rottweiler just turned a year yesterday. He is 103 pounds.
Yeah, I was going to get a rot, man. I was going to get a rot. But I got the Shepherd. Yo, the DHL guy came to the door today. And my dog, I thought he was like in the living room. So he goes, are you Leo Gomez? He goes, are you Leo Gomez? I go, yes, I am. And all of a sudden my dog just comes through, jumps right on his like midsection, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, my bad. Hey, I'm gonna send you guys the video as a private video because I don't want that getting out because the guy would be like, whoa, you put me on YouTube, man, I'm gonna kill you.
And he know where you stay, stud. Can't be wild with him, man.
Adrienne's talking about everybody gonna have new lower thirds next week.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
I mean, apparently I need some help because
Add some glitter to mine. I'll take a light
Forbes,
purple.
man. Hey, Forbes, did you make that lower third with Windows Movie Maker, man? What's going on?
Hey, you got people subbing the Adrienne channel because she's savage to us.
Don't hate.
Hey, you know what that means? You have to be on the stream all the time now.
Right. You're gonna be drawing in all the trolls.
Yeah.
Trolls.
We got professional trolls. No,
But no, that's what's up, man. So y'all baby lose my train of thought, man.
Oh, my bad.
that's what we do normally.
I was
always
trying
lose
to.
our train. We just go off script, bro. That's what we do.
Are we doing the 5 questions?
I actually didn't get a chance to put one together, but I can do it in like 10 minutes.
Rob say it ain't nothing.
Yeah, Rob,
it ain't nothing.
He throw it right together. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
All right.
And they be good questions. Even on short notice, Rob comes up with some good questions, man.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
He
Man.
need to use the bathroom, Android stud. He need to use the bathroom. Stud, he might have to use the bathroom, Stud. He like, look, I'm trying not to piss on your carpet.
Yeah. Hey, at least this dog trying, man.
No, that's our son goes to the garage and then she goes nuts. She's like, because the shepherds they get this separation anxiety, and when you walk out the house, man, it's like, yo, I just went to get the mail. I'll be right back. They, they're pack dogs. They like to be around people.
He's like, you were gone forever. I know you're back, but you was gone forever. But yeah, man. Oh man, so fellas, it's a new year. It's 2018. If you could walk into a store, right? AT&T, Verizon, whoever, and on the shelf there was an iPhone, whatever the new iPhone is, the new HTC, new LG, the new Samsung, the new OnePlus, and the new Huawei. Which would you pick? Start with you. Well, Rob busy. I'm gonna give him a break. Start with you, Forbes.
The new HTC, like the HTC U12.
Yeah, whatever the new HTC gonna be. All the heavy hitters got their flagships, and you can walk into a carrier.
I'll go with the U12.
Okay, so you're gonna take the L. I mean, you're gonna stay with HTC.
Take the L. I'm gonna take the L with the
HTC.
It's gonna have the Snapdragon 845. It's gonna have the best cameras, no lag on my system. I won't use it just as an alarm clock over there. Hey, Note 8, how you doing? It probably will have a pen. It's gonna be at least 6-inch screen. It's gonna run smoother than the iPhone. It's gonna have face recognition, probably a fingerprint scanner under the display. Unlike Samsung, which can't get that right for no reason.
Man, I didn't say make up your dream phone. I just said which one would you pick?
Well, yeah, pick up a phone. One kind.
Exactly.
Pick up and go.
All right, so
it would be the U12.
The U12. All right. So BG, all the heavy hitters lined up in front of you in the store. You walk in. Which one you think you're gonna pick up in 2018?
In 2018. So what are you saying? Just like, okay, if I had these different these different companies, which company would I buy a phone from? Because I don't know exactly what's coming out or how it's gonna look, or what phone do I foresee me getting?
What phone? Well, I guess the draw is if you had the ability to walk into a carrier and pick a phone and get a 2-year contract or get on subsidy or whatever without having to pay full price, without having to import it. So if that OnePlus was sitting next to an iPhone in AT&T or Verizon and you had to pick one phone.
Oh, I'm riding with that. I'm riding with that Samsung. You already know,
The Sammy.
It's just, it's a feature pack jump. It's gonna have the best screen. Hopefully they take back the crown with the best camera. I'm going with the Samsung.
Yeah, it is uphill battle with the camera right now. I can't even lie. Gonna get Forbes some no-dos or something, man. Stud.
Man,
what about you, man?
If it was B and they were all sitting there, if there was the OnePlus 6T, 6Z, the Note 9, the S9, S9 Plus, the HTC U12, the iPhone
10Z,
11 Plus,
the iPhone 11. If they were all there and I hadn't tried any of them, I probably would, knowing me, I would. And the Pixel 3 was there.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to pick up, because I just have a sore spot for it, is the Note 9, and I would probably have to get the Note 9. I love the Note. I had the first one. I just, and they're gonna have a better camera this year. I'm sure they are. I mean, I think the camera's gonna be top notch. It's gonna be banging.
Yeah,
so I'll download an over launcher and I'll deal with it. And I mean,
hey, it's nothing to
this
be
is
ashamed of, man. It's okay.
nah, man. I mean, I put Nova launcher on everything except for the OnePlus most of the time because this phone's so customizable. But yeah, I'd probably go with the Note 9 just because of the pen, the display. Plus, you got a Samsung, because sometimes when you're out, they're like, "Yo, what phone you rocking with?" I'll be like, "Yo, I got a OnePlus." They're like, "The hell is that?"
Yeah.
One
like,
plus
damn,
what? One plus what?
No, for real. I was out the other day. And my boy's like, "What phone is that?" I'm like, "It's a OnePlus 5T." He's like, "The hell is that?" He goes, "Damn, that looks nice." He goes, "I've never seen that phone before." So if I'm out with a Samsung, they're just like, "Yo, that's a Samsung. Take my picture."
Yeah, you legit then you got the Samsung or an iPhone.
Yeah, you got a Samsung or Pixel, an iPhone. People are gonna know what you got, So.
Oh yeah.
And anytime you bust out a different phone, they're like, "Oh, that just looks like a Samsung," or that phone looks like an Apple.
Right.
It's like I'm like, no, it's a OnePlus 5T. Yeah. Actually, dude, my son came home from school and said, "Dad, somebody actually knew I had the OnePlus 5." I'm like, "He did?" He goes, "Yeah." He asked me about getting the OnePlus 5T. I'm like, I said, his dad, or he must be really techie because I like that's not common in the high school, for a kid to know what a OnePlus 5 is. But he knew about it. I was like, tell him to subscribe to my channel. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just glad that people stop asking me, is that the new iPhone when I got a Samsung?
Yeah, it happens, man.
That just stopped happening like a year or two ago. Before that, everything was an iPhone.
Everything was an iPhone. No, you're right. Yeah, everybody always thought you had an iPhone.
Yep. But so Alan, man, you walk in and you can pick from any of those manufacturers, man. Which one you think you go with?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get the new iPhone because I feel like for any Android, like I don't know, like what's up with the value, man. I just gotta resell this phone and I get the new one next year. But I mean, like as far as iPhones, man, I need my iMessage and FaceTime, man. That's pretty huge. So it's like if I didn't have a phone and I had to get a phone, I mean, that'd be like the newest. It's like the latest and newest iPhone always gonna be like my go-to. I think at work I'm like the only guy that always has the newest iPhone like the first day. So I gotta get that.
Yeah, you be pre-ordering like 3 or 4 phones, so man, you make sure you have it. I think
Alan be pre-ordering from Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint.
Yeah, man.
And then he cancels the other 3 when he gets it.
The bad strategy,
Yeah, whoever comes first.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Adrienne, I already know. Never mind. I don't know why I even ask.
I am going to get the iPhone.
So question, you got the X, right, Adrienne?
I sure do.
So are you looking to upgrade this year? Or you're going to hold out till next year? You think Apple could come out with something that will pull you away from your X this year?
Hell no, this was $1,000. I got kisses.
Hey, I can't fault that. That's rational. That makes perfect sense.
That makes 4.5
APR.
Yeah, exactly, man. And you're gonna get the newest software anyway, so why just buy the new hardware? I'm with it.
Yeah, just sell it in 2 years when they start slowing it down. But
she rolled her eyes.
I know she's like, I'm subscribed to Forbes.
Yeah,
she gives you that look.
Believe it or not, though, I will go for an iPhone 6.5 or 6.1.
You want the headphone jack, huh?
The big iPhone one. If they came out with that next year.
Oh yeah,
iPhone 10
the
Plus.
The 10 Plus.
Yeah. 10 Plus. If that's happening, then it's gonna be good, man. I just don't want that notch on it.
Yeah.
I don't need the headphone jack. I don't need.
You ain't gonna get around that notch.
Stuff. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Hopefully, like
they'll make it a little smaller. They're gonna make it a little smaller, but they ain't gonna get around that notch, bro. Because that Face ID.
It's the way. I was watching Easy Computer Solutions, man, and he was talking about that the iPhone 10. It's like not a prize. What was the word he used, man? Anybody? Anybody remember?
About what?
It's like a one of a kind. It's like I forgot what the word he said, man, but he basically said that it's collector's edition. So hopefully, what I'm saying, it could be. I mean, right? It's like the 10th anniversary, right? And then in the plus, like it could be something totally different.
More like the 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
like the
man.
8.
Like, and they'll probably switch it up somehow and just leave the notch out because I'm not digging having that little part missing from the screen. Even though I mean, there's a lot of apps that actually change that, but it's still, I mean, it looks like it has bezels on it. So man, I want all screen, man. I got the essential phone, all screen.
That essential phone is sexy, man.
Yeah, man. So y'all think they're gonna come out with another essential phone this year?
Yeah, they're dropping that PH2. Yep, and it's gonna be dope.
Well, I think at the same time, man, it's missing. I think 2 colors haven't been released yet.
Yeah, they're gonna release those colors. I think this month.
Yeah,
and then in March.
I don't think how they're gonna add anything else until probably in like the 3rd quarter, maybe.
Yeah, they'll drop it in September, like they did the first one.
They got to come out this summer, man. They can't wait till. They can't wait till the fall, man. That's when all the heavy hitters come out. They need to get some of that summer money. That's the same problem LG had. They announced the V30 in the summer and let every heavy hitter come out before the V30 came out. By the time it came out, nobody wanted it.
Yeah,
I think they got to come out in the summer.
LG they sold a lot of those V30s though.
They sold a lot of V30s for LG. Yeah, they sold a lot.
Yeah, but they still sold them. We forget, man. We in this little tiny United States, man. We forget about those other countries out there like Korea. They got a lot of people buying phones over there, man.
Well, the phone that's sold over there, that V30 Plus or whatever it was.
Yeah,
the one that they should have just released over here initially, but they.
That's like
they played with their self. HTC play with their self. Man.
Yeah.
Why play with yourself?
DJ Khaled, you played yourself.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I got the 5 questions if y'all ready.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Birdman hands. Oh.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start with our host, Mr. Eric Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Because you seem to set the tone for these questions, so you do a pretty good job of helping out here with these questions. So what's the most obscure tech you have bought?
The most obscure tech?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me Google that word.
Oh man. The most obscure tech that I bought is probably, man. Does a gift count?
It could be a gift. It could be anything.
Yeah, so the most obscure tech that I got is probably this headphone stand. Yeah, I'm probably gonna see some videos. It don't even seem like a piece of tech, but it's actually got a wireless charger built into the base of it. I don't know if
that's sweet.
Yeah, but it's really for, not even going to be the focus of a video. It's going to hold some stuff that I'm actually shooting a video about, but it's a piece of tech.
All right, Forbes.
Pass.
All right, let me go to Mr. Alan Anthony. I'm gonna jump. I'm just gonna get some of y'all.
Obscure tech. It could be.
It could be anything, man. It could be a funny looking charging pad or some bold headphones. It could be anything.
I think how the 360 mod on the essential phone looks. I mean, it looks weird, man. It pops out. It sticks on cool, whatever. But it's just. It pops out in like a weird way.
It draws a lot of attention to you.
Yeah, man, and you can't really put a case on that, and yeah, man, anything with those little mods, man, they're kind of, it's kind of crazy, but I'll pick the 360 mod, man. I'm just, it does pop out like in a weird way.
All right, Adrienne, what's the most obscure tech you bought?
Being that obscure can also mean doubtful, I'd have to say that very first original Samsung Note.
Oh, I didn't think she found a way, but she
But
did.
she found a way to put it in there.
She found it. Hey, I say this, man. Android has a very special place
in her heart. It keeps coming back.
She's gonna always remember that first note.
That first note, right? God, wow. And I don't know if I should even ask her to elaborate on why it was so obscure, but I probably feel sorry. I probably feel sorry if she answered that question. So I'll pause on you, Adrienne. I don't want you to get off on your Android tangent. BG, what's the most obscure tech? Did you Google the word yet?
Yeah, man. Right. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. My Xbox for real, because I will never use it or I'll never promote it because I paid for Xbox Live and I'm never even on there. I got a Battlefield 1 Xbox One S that I don't even do nothing with. So that's it.
Oh, okay. All right, Android stud. Most obscure tech.
Yeah, I think the most obscure tech that I bought, and it's because I'm such a techie. I'm such a techie, man. That every year, I feel like a sucker, But man, that iPhone 10 with that notch, man.
That's what I was going.
Man, I'm telling you, I swear that because my buddies were like, "Yo, you're the Android stud. You can't be getting no iPhone." I'm like, man, I gotta try this good tech, man. I got the 6, the 6 Plus. 6 Plus wasn't bad. I got the 7, I got the 8, and man, I didn't even get the 9 because they didn't come out with that one. Man, I tell you that notch, man. I swear, man, that looked like JQ's hairline, man. I was just like, yeah, I can't be getting that thing. That's got to go back.
BG, do you want to change your answer?
I didn't want to be petty though on the follow-up, but not my iPhone X, but because I thought you were talking about recently. But some years ago, I bought the iPhone 4. And I only think I had that thing for not even like a week. And I sold it. I sold it at a couple $100 loss.
Wow.
But
JQ want to get in the stream now.
Yeah, JQ.
Hey, tech gentlemen, send him the link.
We gonna see if they get him in, man.
How much time we got for the show?
You got 22 minutes. 22
you
minutes.
Hurry up? You want me to wait for him for the next question? Y'all.
No, man, get him in here. Get him in here.
Send the link. World star.
JQ is probably pacing in front of a computer right now. Man.
He probably got his AirPods in right now, man.
Hey,
but I gotta get him in here to defend himself, man.
Hey,
he said, "Nah, he good."
JQ did a great job at CES though with Alan. I'm not gonna lie. He was on Twitter all day taking pictures, photos,
Oh, yeah.
using his iPhone 10. By the way, at least I think it was iPhone 10. So JQ was they was doing a great job, and honestly I was sitting back. I was like, man, I'm so jealous of Alan and them right now. And they all chilling out, watching that, especially when I think Alan did an Instagram live video with Flossie and a magic show or something.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to talk about that, man.
Man, I was so jealous.
It was funny. It was funny seeing JQ's comments. He was like, "Yo, man,
I don't even remember that.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired." I'm like,
I don't even remember that. That's
Alan, you don't remember that?
Alan, there's a couple of things you ain't gonna remember, man. You good?
I don't remember the Instagram one.
Hey, look,
No.
I was on the stream chatting with Alan, and him and Flossie was going crazy at this dude doing magic, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
I gotta download that. I don't even remember that.
Yo, you were lit at that Huawei party, man. You were like,
You know?
check
Man.
out this dude, check out this dude dancing.
I don't save that. I don't even remember that, man. I was looking for footage with I mean, like, man, any type of footage with him. I just couldn't find it because everything was like only 10 seconds. I couldn't find anything. But yeah, I don't even remember that. That's crazy.
That's funny, man.
Hey, Forrest, what's your answer, man? You answer my question.
Hey, since Leo drew the iPhone 10, I'm gonna say the Note 8.
Oh man, oh man, that put a smile on Adrian's face. Wow.
Well, we know Forbes sleepy. We know how folks get sleepy.
Come on now.
They say
Forbes ain't had his medicine.
They say being sleepy worse than being drunk, so we ain't even gonna worry about that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, toast.
No nation, yeah.
To the phones with the most.
Cheers to the phone. Best phone of 2017.
Look at Adrian's face. All right. Hey, next question. I'm gonna start with Android Stud because this question should be right up his alley. Me, I like. Do you own any athletic tech gear?
Like a smartphone watch?
Whatever you want to consider athletic tech.
Nah, man. I'm old school, man. I go to gym, pump weights, go home, eat food. That's it, man. Yeah, I mean, I use my phone basically. Yeah, I use that Fit app on my phone. See how far I walk, run. The Sony phone, man, it's got a great Fit app, man. It's a little scary though because it
the Sony Life Log.
Ooh, tracks everything, man. When you went to the bathroom, I mean, it's got it down. I'm like,
it
whoa.
tracks your app activity. It'll show you how much time you spend
everything
on everything. It's crazy.
I got a Wilson Tech basketball coming that helps measure your follow through. Make sure you do the same follow through over and over again.
Get out of here. I gotta get that.
Track your shots.
Oh, that's the Bluetooth one?
Yeah.
Dang, Rob, you didn't tell me you was going to the league, man.
No, right?
Hey, I played with some guys that was in the league back in the day. So, I don't want. But Alan don't like for me to talk about my basketball prowess. It kind of bothers him. The size of my hands bother him.
Yeah. That's intimidating, man. I seen them hands. I was like, damn. All right, I'm leaving.
Oh man,
the size of my hands bother Alan.
Yeah.
Where has the stream gone?
Yeah.
Well,
hey,
Alan,
Rob, just don't palm his head, man. That'll be you. That'll be
pause. Hey, let me go to Alan. Alan, you own any athletic tech gear?
I just got this Honor Band actually at the Honor event. I had an Apple Watch. I think like everything like is basically on my wrist. Stuff that I've bought like a scale or any of that stuff. So I'm just everything on my wrist, man.
All right. What about you, Forbes?
Yeah, my kids just gave me this Fitbit for Christmas, so I've been wearing it since Christmas, and it's pretty cool, man. This battery lasts forever. It tracks, pretty much every mile or step I take, and I have the watch, I have the apps and stuff. I get more engaged with it than just like a phone app or even my ZTE. Oh, not to forget my ZTE watch. I forgot to mention ZTE for the stream, But CES, I will be there either by myself. I'll pay myself, or I'm gonna get on that ZTE flight.
I just got the dates like as far as next year, and it's on the 7th to the 11th, man. It's on the 8th up to the 11th. So you guys better have your vacation in, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm putting my vacation in, bro.
All right,
man. Let's have fun.
Yeah,
I'm going next year.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, BG? Athletic tech?
Probably like my Apple Watch and my Samsung Watch. I got S2, and I got a what is it? I got like a first gen iWatch that I use with what the Nike ID type deal. But yeah, that's it. And some LG tones.
Oh, okay. What about you, Miss Adrienne?
I have an Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
How can we get that? I mean, why not Samsung?
Hey, I wanna ask. Hold on, man. I wanna ask Adrienne something. How do you feel when a person says "I watch" instead of I wanna know like if that bothers you as much as
They
it bothers
say a
me.
what?
When they say I watch instead
I've
of
never
Apple
heard that.
Oh.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I've been listening to BG's. I've listened to BG too much. He's the only one that says I watch. No, I heard that at the job too, but it's annoying me.
It should have been iWatch, man. Why didn't they name it the iWatch?
iPod, iPhone, iPad. Like, come
why
on.
wasn't it
Like, you know what? Like, this shit is just petty, man. Like, man, it's like, okay, this, that. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's the Apple Watch. Like, look.
Why didn't they call it iPay?
This. I got iPhone.
I'll pay.
I pay. Oh my God.
I pay.
All right. Out of all the things you saw at CES, what was the most thing that impressed you the most? Let me start with Android Stud.
Man, I have to. It's a toss up, but I'm gonna go with that that AK LG.
Ooh, hey, you can't steal my TV.
I knew you was gonna say that when you said that. So you said about LG 8K. I was like, Forbes is gonna say something.
Yeah, Forbes said this is next TV. Man. He gonna knock out a wall and put in the 8K.
I mean, I watch. I probably watch every single game that's can be on TV. That's why I'm usually late on Friday nights. I'm watching either a basketball game. I just got done watching the Warriors beat the Bucks.
Yeah,
I stay watching TV, man.
So you intentionally come into the stream in the middle of the stream and disrupt the whole stream on purpose?
Yeah, man.
I just want to make sure everybody heard. I just want to make sure everybody heard that. I just want to make sure everybody was conscious.
Hey, I'm a tech head, man, but I'm a sports fanatic, man. I love sports. I mean, I'm a sports producer, man. I really haven't worked since I got out of college, so it's all good.
All right, Adrienne, did you follow any of the CES? What was going on there?
Yes, I have to agree with the TV.
Oh, okay.
The 8K TV, and I also like the one that you can roll up and down.
Oh yeah, Adrienne, that was hot. That was hot.
That's my next two TVs. I'm gonna buy that one and the 88-inch.
All right, well let me go to Forbes, because Forbes, this is you like the little kid in school who's got his arm straight up.
Definitely that 8K 88. I'm like Leo with that TV. It's like, that TV is so
like
I looked at the picture. I'm like, I go back to it. I'm like, that's why I haven't made videos. I've just been watching that 8K TV. Just like, man, I know it's probably gonna cost like $30K, but I'm gonna have to give me a home equity loan or something and just buy the TV or something, dude, and just
make one of your kids pick up an extra job and they gotta hand you their check.
Exactly right.
Hey, that's the thing you're gonna be hearing next time from YouTubers. You'd be talking to Alan or Rob and be like, "Yo, you uploading 8K yet?"
No. You would ever hear that from me?
Yo, I'm still on 720. I'm still on 720p, man. I don't know what you got.
I'm still a Windows Movie Maker, man. I'm at 1080p.
All right, Mr. Eric Kelly, what was anything grab your attention at CES?
Yeah, it was a TV, but it wasn't the 8K one, because eventually everybody gonna have 8K. The one I was interested in was the one that NVIDIA showed off.
Oh yeah,
65-inch 4K. Yeah, 65-inch 4K, 120 hertz HDR.
I take that one too.
NVIDIA Shield built into it. All the acronyms, all the stuff you on the TV. it had it. You can use it for gaming too.
I'll take that one too.
Yeah, we know Forbes gonna have a collection over there. He's gonna have a whole wall in his house that's numbered screens.
BG, what was that CES that grabbed your attention?
Man, I wasn't really into that Razer phone when it came out, but when they dropped it into that laptop, I thought it was pretty hot, man.
Yeah, that was hot. Yeah,
I really thought that was dope, man. I don't know exactly what that laptop is running and how fast it's gonna be, but I thought that was really dope.
Well, it's running off the phone.
Yeah, I know it's running off the phone, but I just, man, like if they could have just did a couple more things with that laptop, I like that technology that they got going on, and the phone was the trackpad.
Yeah,
that was hot, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, it was clean.
That was dope, man.
Well, talking about that too, but that Mate 10 presentation, that Mate 10 Pro, how he hooked it to his TV, I mean to that PC was pretty hot too.
Yep.
Oh, the HDMI cable.
Yeah, that was pretty hot too. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, you don't need the decks or anything with that. You just bam, Samsung who, drop the mic.
Yep.
Not in America.
Hey, Alan, when is that Mate 10 Pro dropping at Best Buy?
They said at the end of February, I think. And the
Yeah, you can pre-order or something.
yeah, man, I think pre-orders is coming, but the official day is in February.
I'm getting that, man.
Yeah, it's a beautiful phone.
Yeah,
that's a $799. I'm all over that one.
All right. Question number 4, guys. I'm going to start with,
I didn't answer.
Oh, my bad, Mr. Anthony. What? I thought you answered that.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
he went to CES and you didn't let him answer.
Yeah, you're right. Isn't that?
Yeah, that's pretty convenient.
That's really messed up. Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I have to cut off my mic and not be privileged to answer. All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say that when you're actually in there, like you're trying to experience everything at one time, you don't even look at your phone, or as far as everything else happening around you, and you just see like exactly what you have to do, like as far as like the conferences and this and that. I saw the TVs that it's like a giant Samsung TV, like 140 inch television, but I think the thing that actually wowed me, man, it was that red Honor 7X, man. I think when I saw that and like in person, right, and it's only like a $200 thing, so like it's basically
Because red and black look good together, man.
Yeah, man. It just brought me back to my product red iPhone 7 Plus, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and it had the 18:9 ratio on the front, so it was like a little bit of black bars on the bottom. I was in love with that thing, but I saw and I got it on my video where it's like these little robots that have like the little eyes on them. Man, I didn't know the name, man. I was trying to add like all the logos of the name, but I know JQ, he probably knows the name of that thing, but it was pretty cool. But that was about it.
Reason why I skipped you, Alan, because Big Miz said something about you, and I thought you said it. You see what he said?
No. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not putting that out there.
All right.
I want to pause. I just got a question. My wife just asked me, when did Forbes go and have a wardrobe change on this, man?
Right.
Hey, man, go Saints.
I had to go get the Saints jersey on. Come on.
Who you guys play? The Eagles?
No, the Vikings Sunday.
That's the end of y'all playoff run.
What is all this?
Watching with us on the couch on Monday.
That's the end of it for you guys.
Just like the Titans.
Cut Rob out of here.
Hey, Forbes, you know what you tell them? You say, hey, after we beat you guys there in Minnesota, we'll be back for the Super Bowl. We just trying out the field.
Peace out at the this Sunday.
Hey, does Detroit even have a team?
Yeah, we got a team.
Oh yeah, we beat them too this year, huh? Yeah, we did. 52 something.
Y'all be back to wearing bags in the next year.
What is Detroit doing right now?
Y'all be back in these bags next year.
What the Saints gonna be doing Monday?
Right. The same thing what they be doing.
Right along with the Titans.
Right. Oh man.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
Right. Yeah. And y'all do a good job at it. All right. Next next question. Since Miss Adrienne wanna have Forrest back on this football talk. What tech do you take on vacation?
iPhone.
Is that it?
Pro,
Is that
She's like, I,
Apple Watch, MacBook Pro.
The whole Apple store, basically.
She got the 27 iMac in the book bag on her back.
yeah, with the apple pods in the ears.
Oh yeah.
Look like two straws hanging out your ears.
No, I don't like the AirPods. They're ugly. I'll never wear those.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I appreciate you for being honest.
If they're made in black, I probably would.
They look retarded.
Yeah.
Respect.
I agree.
Yo, you want to talk about app secure tech?
All right, Mr. Allen, you just came off a vacation. So, what tech do you take on vacation?
Camera, phones, chargers, cables. Yeah, man. I just missed the whole thing, man, because I just seen in the chat that it's like a boy of ours, Miss Andre 4GT, man. He just had a baby, so
congratulations.
Man.
he's not on the stream right now, but I'm actually looking at the pictures right now, and I want to send a big shout out to 4GT, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
Andre, for real, man.
Congratulations, man.
First baby.
man.
Big Papa.
Oh yeah.
Big Papa Pump.
All right. Okay. Well, Android stud. When you go on vacation, what tech do you like to have?
I usually have two phones, you know, probably my Pixel to take pictures and another phone just in case my phone breaks for some weird reason. But I usually take, and I sometimes I'll take like my Amazon Fire Stick.
Right there, guys. Right there, real quick. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, that's
Right here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Big shout out to T, man. First baby. Awesome.
That's awesome.
That's dope.
Congratulations.
Welcome to the club, brother. Life is officially changed.
Yeah, man. All your phone addiction has to set back just a bit.
Right.
Set back for a couple of years.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So you got the two phone for Mr. Android stud.
And a Fire Stick.
And a Fire Stick. Okay. BG Tech Life. What tech you like to take on vacations?
I like to take my two daily drivers, my iPhone 10, my Note 8. I like to take my laptop, and I got a little small Tech tripod that I like to carry with me because I can use it as a monopod also. If I decide to do something crazy like try to make a vlog.
All right, Forbes.
Well, I take at least two phones. I take my smartwatch, like Alan says, some cables, chargers, battery packs, the camera, and then I take my alarm clock. You know, the Note 8. You gotta have the alarm to wake up. You know, and that's in a bag to put all the stuff in. And then all the kids take their phones, and maybe the MacBook Pro my little girl usually takes, and the boys just take the phones. They don't even play with the iPads anymore.
Oh, okay.
You know.
All right.
And yeah, that's about it.
All right, Mr. Kelly. What about you?
I usually take at least two phones, maybe a third one, depending on what I'm using. A tablet, laptop. I haven't done it yet, but I just got the Smooth Q. That's definitely going with me wherever I go.
Okay.
Because it can double as a tripod, as well as if I want to do vlogs or something like that, I can use it as well. And I've been taking my PS4 Pro lately whenever I go to hotels.
Man.
That's kind of bulky, but
Travel big, bro.
yeah, depending on how long I'm gonna be there, because I take like some business trips too, where I'm going for like a week or two at a time. So I might slide it in, and some headphones, man. My Sony MDR 1000 X's, the noise canceling joints.
All right. Let me go to number 5 and let's wind this down. It's kind of been going a little long with the 5 questions. If you're on vacation, this is part 2 to this question. How long can you go without looking at your cell phone on a vacation? So let's start with who wants to start? Anybody want to? BG, let me start with you. Let me start with BG.
I mean, I could not look at my cell phone for a long time if there's something interesting going on.
Like women walking on the beach.
No, brother.
Nice try.
It get way deeper than that, brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy for just looking.
All right. All right, Forbes, if you're on a vacation, how long can you go without looking at your cell phone?
Like BG said, if it's something interesting, it could be a couple hours, maybe at least 5-6 hours. I don't know. It just depends on what I'm doing with the kids or the family at that point.
Okay.
If I'm at the beach, then yeah, I probably have my camera out, but and on my phone, but that's a different story.
You gonna get a charge. Get a charge hanging out with a Canon camera with a special lens on there.
All right, Android stud.
Man, for me, if I'm like at the beach or in the mountains or skiing, I don't need my phone, man. I'm with the wife, enjoying having a good time, man. That's what it's about. Like we went to Portugal, and I took out the phone to take pictures, but besides that, man, if I'm on vacation, I don't even need a phone, man, because just enjoying where you're at. That's what it's about, So it's easy for me, But when I get back, I'm just like.
All right, Mr. Allen, Anthony.
I was just reading like this Facebook person, a friend of mine, and she goes, "Oh man, I went all day without my phone, and the only problem was I got lost and I didn't have my maps to go like." And she was like, and that's very true. It all depends on the vacation. I think BG said it right. Like if I'm not really doing anything, I'm gonna need my phone. But if I had to pick like a certain amount of time, I don't know, man. Like if I'm with my girl, I gotta put it away because I'm gonna get screamed at. Looking at my phone, and the chats are always going lit, man. I be looking popping like. Yeah. Everybody making the alerts go off on my phone, but you gotta mute sometimes. But I definitely say it depends, but I could go a minute.
All right,
I could go a minute without it because it's died on me plenty of times, and I lived.
All right, Miss Adrienne.
Well, I'm going to constantly be on my phone because I'm going to be on Snapchat. I'm going to be on Instagram. I'm going to be taking a lot of selfies. So, yeah, my battery going to be dead.
All right. But is there what's the longest you want between selfies?
It depends because you need certain selfies for Instagram. You need different things for Snapchat. And if you want to be a thought, you got to take different pictures to send an iMessage.
So when it's girls' night out, it's like what, 3 selfies per minute?
Nah. Maybe about 5 per minute.
Oh, okay. All right. I ain't gonna press you anymore about that.
But in case you ever want to take a selfie, the perfect angle, you need to hold your phone like this. Hold your phone and have it look down at you. Don't do straight on.
Oh, okay. All right. You hear that, Android stuff?
Don't worry about it.
You are doing it correct. You're doing it correct.
No, I got.
Don't even get there.
Hey, don't worry about it. I got that selfie down.
Hey, Alan,
I got the selfie down.
Thank gentlemen, you either, bro. Don't even get in there either, bro.
You about to get some lavish
Hey,
selfie.
you know, yeah. That was just lit. I just had it lit, man. I just had it lit. But, yeah.
And I'm going to say the last answer coming from Mr. Eric Kelly, because this is his show, and we can finish leading everything with him after the question. So how long could you go without your cell phone on vacation?
Well, I know if you ask my wife, the answer is a round number. Looks like a 0. That's the number of minutes. That's usually the case. It's kind of it's kind of rough for me because I'm usually trying to take pictures as well, and I'm using my phones for that. So I'm usually always looking at the phone, man, when I'm on vacation for something.
Several phones.
Directions, or looking up points of interest, or keeping in touch with what's going on, or taking pictures. I've been real big into pictures here lately.
Yeah, hotels app. You need to look at your emails too, man.
Hey, you want BG to read the chat to hear their answers too? Some of the answers.
Yeah, man. BG, give us one more of those readings, man.
All right, give me okay. Got BG TechLife in the building. Shout out to the lower third. Shout out to the tech gentleman, because I stole that completely from him. At least I give you credit, yeah, man. Okay. All right, we just gonna go back somewhere in the chat. Man, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Okay. So Big Miss Tech, what's going on, Miguel? To Allen, it was Buffalo Wild Wings, LOL, and who is this? Whoa. You know what? Hey, don't blow Allen up like that, guys. Just let Allen, let him live.
It was you that just blew me up.
You're right. I won't read another comment in that fashion. You're right. Okay. JQ. You know what? Okay. This is an interesting thread. Okay, Adrienne Elle was in the chat. What's so good about Rob's quality? It just looked like he's shining a lamp in his face. Yo, wow. So
the hate is strong with this one.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
Don't curse.
It went from. I'm not gonna curse. No.
I said don't co-sign.
No, I'm not gonna co-sign at all. What I'm gonna say is I'm gonna stick up for my man Rob. Okay, when you was chastising us and getting on me about Windows Movie Maker, okay, I can let you get away with that. Yeah, I'm a grown man out here in these streets using Windows Movie Maker, but this sound like a little bit of hate right here. I ain't even gonna. That sound like a little bit of hate. But okay.
Hey, when you scroll down, you got the receipts.
I know hate when I see it. I know hate when I see it. That just show y'all that BG Tech Life know what he talking about. Okay, Reggie, you Mate 10 Pro for the win. Okay, all right, Reggie, you liking the Mate 10 Pro? YS in the building. What's going on, YS? Look on the group. Okay, YS dropped us a picture of the what is it, the Porsche Mate 10 Pro or?
Ooh, yeah, $1,200.
Yeah, 12s. Yeah, 1,200. Not even 12 even. It was 12 and some more money.
Yeah.
It was 12 and more. It wasn't even 12 even. It was like at the taxes. After taxes, $1,350.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, they solidified the disrespect with that.
No, bro. I can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? I spend that money on something else. That's okay. We got Big Miss Text. Yo, shout out. Okay, we shouted out my guy Ford GT earlier. Baby in the building. Fresh baby in the building. 18 years to go. Do your thing, Ford GT. Phone tech at work. Okay. We got Allen in the building. Everyone here can jump. Okay, all right. That's a simple jump. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Big Miss Tech. The hub is useless though on Android compared to BlackBerry 10. Well, we talking about BlackBerry? Wow, it's a throwback in here. Okay. Reggie, you said he gonna pick up the motion. That's the new BlackBerry, right?
Yeah,
Hey
that
man,
BlackBerry
I was gonna bring that up, man. I went hands on with that thing, and like the hardware wise is, I mean, like it's premium, man. Like it's probably like even more premium than the Essential. Like it felt heavy. Like I don't know, man.
Watch your mouth.
Word?
Trust me. Yeah, but they put like a little logo on like the middle of the button.
Oh,
Trash.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I might pick that up.
BlackBerry
Yeah,
though,
but-
man.
Telling you, man, it's running Android though.
Still.
Of course
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's the only
I
way
know.
BlackBerry's gonna live.
It's dropping in like the $300 to $400 range, man. I might do good. You never know.
That's a tough price range right now, though. It's the
Yeah,
competition. is
TCL, man. Yeah, that's true too.
Hey, so I never knew that, right? I never even took the time, right, when I bought an Apple device. I'm just going back in the chat and about this Apple Watch iWatch thing. Funny thing,
Yeah.
when I buy Apple products, I've never even taken the time to read the box ever or the receipt. Because 9 times out of 10, I don't want to look at the receipt and think about how much money I just spent. And I honestly just jumped the gun, I guess, on this iWatch thing. So that is, you just say Apple Watch. It's no wow. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy. And I think on Amazon has like a bunch of bands and they put iWatch inside like the title. And I know I'm not it's like I know you put on like your videos, you put iWatch. So I've been trying to break down to you, man, but I just don't have the time to explain why.
Well, see, the funny thing about my titles when I do iWatch bands is I'm copying and pasting from the Amazon advertisement. So
makes
you know,
sense.
man, yeah, I can't listen. So maybe the band is not for the Apple Watch. I don't know. Maybe it's another. Maybe it's an iWatch out there somewhere.
It's been like 3 years. You've been calling it iWatch. I mean, like I wasn't gonna stop you after the second one, man.
Brother, I call the iPhone X the iPhone X. I mean, it's not really a big deal to me. Like I'm not in here for a whole bunch of respect for Apple. Like, oh, this is this, that's that. Like, you know, I just kind of like copy.
I was asking Adrienne that question. I just wanted to know has she heard it, but I hear it a lot, you know. So there's no biggie, man. Tomatoes.
Tomato.
Potato.
Right.
All right, man. On that note, we firmly established VG's level of disrespect for Apple products.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Samsung, they don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got the Samsung Galaxy S3, S4, S5, S6, got the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. I mean, it's like, okay, that's is the Samsung gear too? It's like,
what grinds his gears.
Hey, I'm
it's
with
how
you,
you
VG.
call everything. Okay, so
I'll watch, man. I'm with you on that. I agree.
yeah, the iWatch. Yeah, man.
But man,
At this point, I gave it a name.
There you go.
I gave it a
We're
name.
gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. We over time. We're gonna wrap it up. This was a great stream. Want to shout out to everybody in the stream and the chats who came through. Appreciate y'all for rocking out with us for stream number 29. Appreciate the full robust panel we got, man. We deep in here. And I'm gonna go through and let everybody do their shout outs, man. Mr. Rob Pouncey, started off.
All right. I'd like to thank everybody for coming in for another Team 100 stream. You can check me out at youtube.com/Rob Pouncey. You can also follow me on Twitter at RP3Tech and on my tech Instagram page, RP3Tech_reviews. Other than that, again, thank everybody for following and subscribing and supporting my channel.
All right, Mr. Forbes.
Hi, everyone. This is Joseph from Forbes Tech Reviews. You can follow me on YouTube at Forbes Tech Reviews and also on Twitter at Forbes Reviews. Yeah, shout out to our panel. It's been fun. Again, shout out to our special guest, Adrienne, for showing up, wearing that LSU hat. Go Saints. Saints are for real this year. And yeah, I can't wait until episode 30, and let's see what we're gonna talk about. Let's do this.
All right, yeah, episode 30. We talk about how the Saints at home. BG.
Go Vikings.
I'm a mute y'all right now.
Right,
What's
BG.
going on, everybody? Man, shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Shout out to the special guest. Shout out to Adrienne Elle for coming on and hanging out with us guys. Shout out to Kia Billingsley, who wasn't able to go, she was in the streamer earlier, but she had to drop out. Yeah. Thanks. Shout out to everybody that watched and the subscribers. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to everybody that's, in the building.
All right. Mr. Android Stud.
Yeah, man, Android Stud. You can thanks for having me on. I appreciate that. Thanks for putting up with us, Adrian. Good to have you part of the team. Appreciate you guys having me on tonight. Sorry I was late, man. The basketball game was good, BG. So it is. BG calling me out. That's all right. Go Ravens. But yeah, man.
Go Ravens.
Hey, check me out. Android Stud right there. Probably too bright to see, but I'm on YouTube, also on Instagram, Google Plus, MySpace. Check me out. And I'll holler at you, man. I just got the white tee, the 5T right there, that white.
Ooh, they love you in your white tee. Remember that record, the white tee?
Yeah, man.
I'm over here reminiscing, man.
Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. Appreciate that, Stud. Mr. Alan Anthony.
What's going on, everybody? Alan Anthony, Phone Tech at Work, phonetechatwork.com is the brand. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Alan Anthony. No big intros today. outro. Thanks for
That boy got his little 5-second deal down. See, this got you prepped, man.
No, man, everything is fast paced, man. Like, especially having to freaking introduce yourself when you don't have a lot of time. I broke up. Hold on. I broke up a lot of conversation. Like, excuse me, my name is.
Hey,
my name is Alan.
Alan, I was watching a Paul Tech's video, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Phone Tech at Work?" he was like walking around. He's like, "Hey, what's up, Phone Tech at Work?" I guess you walked by him or something. I don't know. It was funny. Yeah, it was random. Yeah, check out his video. I think he was checking out the V30 or something like that, and he was walking around doing a live stream, and he said, "What's up to you?" Yeah, it was funny. I'll send you the link.
All right. Miss Adrienne, our special guest for this evening. Tell folks where they can find you, even though they got your lovely lower third down there.
Yes. Well, I'd first like to thank you all for having me. My name is Adrienne Elle. The channel is Adrienne Elle. And unlike Phone Tech at Work, that is not really the brand. I am the brand, Adrienne Elle.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh. Bang. I'm building Adrian.
Alan thought because he was an iPhone fanboy, he was gonna get away.
No. I already see how hot the fire is.
Thought he was gonna get away. But But go ahead and wrap it up. My name is Eric Kelly, aka the Tech Gentleman. We appreciate y'all for stopping through. You can find me on YouTube at the Tech Gentleman, on Instagram at the Tech Gentleman as well, on Twitter at _tech, and on Google Plus. Everybody's link is going to be down in the description. And we appreciate y'all for stopping through. We're going to sign out. See y'all next week.
Go Saints.
Peace.
Go Saints.
Go Vikings.
Go Saints.
Hey.